Good evening, everybody. This is Jeff calling again from Classic Monkey Productions from the beautiful Santa Monica 3rd Street Promenade. Today I'm joining the host of other YouTube video posters about camping equipment. Now, a lot of you have seen similar equipment out there, and I don't want to duplicate it again. Mine is to show you what can be done with just, simple investment in equipment. Not just for camping, but for survival. As you know, a lot of people have to be prepared for disaster and earthquake preparedness. And you'll be surprised, a lot of people are not prepared at all. But what I've seen from the YouTube is you should be at least prepared for 2 weeks to survive on your own, with your own food supply, medical supplies, and water, and whatever else you might need for at least 2 weeks. Now, if the electricity goes out because of some natural disaster, how do you cook for yourself, right? Now, there's a lot of stuff on the equipment stores, survival, and some of the I won't go through all of them. I mean, a lot of it depends upon what you like. Me, I like something simple, KSSS, keep it simple. And here I'm demonstrating 2 of the most popular. Right here, you can see the box. Esbit, a folding pocket stove. See? This was invented by the German Army in 1937. It proved so popular and so durable that today in 2016, it is one of the most popular portable camping stoves used by civilians the world over and by some militaries. It is made of hard gauge, tough aluminum. It's not flimsy at all. And best of all, it's very lightweight. It folds, compacts, and you can carry it. And you can carry spare Esbit fuel tabs inside of it. When the Germans invented this field stove in 1937, they also invented the particular fuel tab. It's odorless, burns with very cleanly with almost no residue, and very efficient. Right. Without further ado, I'd like to test several pieces of equipment, as they say, killing several birds with one stone. Why not just, instead of demonstrating one thing, demonstrate several things? Now, I like the redundancy. I have 2 models here. This one here, and another one by Esbit, the cook stove. Still in its package. I'll show you the box right here. Now, this neat little portable stove has been demonstrated many times on YouTube, and I don't want to go ahead and demonstrate it again because there are some excellent videos out there demonstrating this little Esbit stove, which works on the same fuel. So I will go ahead with this one because it's the simplest, easiest to use, one of the cheapest, and yet for the bang for your buck, you can't go wrong on it. Alright? I've used one of these myself a long time ago, and they were very efficient, and they did heat up the water very quickly. So let's get started. You're going to want to boil the water in something, I assume, a canteen cup, or even something like convenient like this. Stainless steel cup, purchased from Walmart for $5. Very efficient. I saw some other camper using this on a YouTube video on a similar stove. And I will do the same thing to heat up water. And why should I heat up water if I'm not going to use it, right? So to make this video interesting to all of you, we're going to use the heated up water to cook this Mountain House chili mac with beef. A lot of people keep stuff like MREs, and they're very good. However, MREs were never designed to last forever. They're in retort packages, but if you want to keep food that's going to last for 10 years or more for really disasters, freeze-dried is the way to go. Right. Look at this. I bought it a week ago, and today, July 16th, 2016, here it says best used by April 2028. I don't know if you can see that. I'll bring it closer to the camera. There you are. So when we hit the water, we'll do a taste test and dine on this. spicy sauce with macaroni, beef, and beans. The beautiful thing about YouTube, everybody, is that people exchange so many good information tips, and you learn a lot by watching other people and hearing their ideas. For example, for years when I used this stove, I would just simply put the cube on top here. Now it burns very cleanly with almost no residue, but nonetheless, if you want to leave it even cleaner, I saw a great tip on YouTube, which was to use a square piece of tin foil. Just place it right over here. That keeps your stove relatively clean. We shall open this up as such. You don't really need a knife to cut it open, but you know, I'm a very neat person, so I like to do that. Alright. I realized you couldn't see it on the camera. This is better. Other people who've used these cubes have said they burn for about close to 15 minutes, and it takes about 13 minutes to heat up a normal cup of water. So we'll go with that. Put the cube here. Alright. Now there are many ways to start this. You know, your typical lighter or a simple box of matches. Alright. But everybody does that, so why don't I do something different and show you something else? This handy dandy, look at this, Backpackers portable pocket torch that I purchased at REI. It simply uses, let me hold it up here, one of these cheap Scripto or facsimile lighters you can purchase at any type of, you know, gas station. I purchased a bunch of them, like 2 for $1, and they're very efficient. You know, I'm not going to go over this again because you can find some very good YouTube videos on how to use this, but you simply pop the head off right here, and it takes a lot of effort to do that, which maybe is good, so that way it doesn't pop off on its own. And you simply slip one of these. I turn the lever to full, but you don't have to, but you get a better flame, and you just simply slide it in. As a matter of fact, you can see a blue one like this inside here. Push the head back on, and usually it takes, you know, I found out it takes about 2 clicks to get it started. You can see the flame right there, right there. When you let go, it burns for about a second more, but that's typical. That's not a defect, right? So if you want to get this fuel cube started real quickly, you know, I could use this portable hiker's pocket torch, which is good for any other type of function, like for tools or for hobbyists. I saw on the YouTube somebody melt a penny using this pocket torch. So, you know, if you're up in a high altitude and it's very, very cold and you're having a hard time lighting the fuel cube, use this. So let's go ahead and light it. Take a look. See, that didn't take very long, whereas it might take a little bit longer if you were using a match or a lighter. Okay. So I'm going to partially fold it in. I found out if you want to use like one of those inexpensive pots from Walmart or from, you know, another store, you might want to fold it open, and so you can actually heat food or canned food or whatever you have. So here we are, $5 stainless steel cup from Walmart. Put it on here. Now this calls for 3/4 of a cup of water. So we will put 3/4 in. Alright. Now other YouTubers have told me that it takes about 13 minutes to heat up 1 cup of water. And this is only 3/4, so I assume it'll probably take about perhaps maybe 10 minutes or 11 minutes. A tip I can give you is, you know, you can boil the water to a rolling boil. However, it's not necessary. If you're using potable or clean water to begin with, just getting it to very, very hot, close to a boil, is going to be sufficient for, you know, making. All right, I think we got cut off there, but According to the camping directions, the top of the UCO 3 candle lantern is hot enough where you can place that cup on top and achieve the same results of bringing the cup to a boil. So I'll show you it again. I've got 3 of them lit. If it was really dark out here, it would show to much better effect, but I've tried it before, and believe me, it really puts out a lot of warm, comfortable illumination. Put that to the side. Now while that is burning, I said I was going to shut off the camera, but I want to show you something else. Okay, the chili mac, while that's waiting, why don't we just open this and show you. We'll push the stove back to further. Okay. Chili mac with beef, spicy sauce and macaroni, beef and beans. You see right here. Add 3 cups of water, stir, and after 4 minutes stir again if you want, or actually let stand for 8 or 9 minutes. A lot of people have tried these, so I won't waste your time by going over the same information. Let's just open it up. Let's show you the inside. Wow, it looks just like what it says, Chili Mac. Okay, you can probably all see dehydrated components of beef right here in the spoon. Some macaroni. I am really looking forward to eating this. And you can see that once you remove the top, there is a plastic closable liner right here. You can close it and press it shut. But before you do anything, the directions do say, go ahead and remove this desiccant right here. Right. The directions say if you forget to do it and you add your hot water, don't worry, it's not going to harm you. And I would caveat that by saying, yes, it won't hurt you as long as you don't puncture the bag and allow the contents of it to spill out into your food. So it's always good to make sure you take a good look and remove this before you do anything. Right. Again, one more look inside. Nope. Got 3/4 of a cup of water. I probably would like to put more because I like mine a little bit on the looser side. See, I don't know what that is. It doesn't look too nice, so I'm going to toss that out. Okay. I'll leave this off to the side. We will take a look at our water. As you can see, it's very hot. It's got bubbles on the bottom. It's steaming. It's getting close to boiling. You know, it only takes about 1 tab to heat up the cup. And I can tell you right now, we'll do like a heat test. We may not even have to turn off the camera. Oh yes, that is hot enough to actually reconstitute this chili mac. So rather than wait for it to go to a rolling boil, which I said before is not necessary, we're going to go ahead and use the hot water. I've opened this up. I have removed the desiccant, shaking it around so that the water will go in very well. Take this out. I noticed the handle is still very cool. I'm not using gloves. That's a good thing to note. See, the water inside is ready to be used. We'll pour it in, the entire cup, because it's 3/4. We'll just let the stove burn out right there. Take a spoon, and we'll stir it around. See that? Stir it very, very well. Make sure you get all the components, any dry material. We will set that off to the side. You notice the stove is still burning. Now this is a good time where if you are camping or any other situation, now's a good time to use that. Add some more water Make your coffee, your hot chocolate, or your tea. Right. In this case, I did not bring out any hot chocolate or coffee. I would like to bring you back to the lantern. The Uka lantern here says that you could put the cup on top and it will boil the water for you. Alright? So I'm just showing it to you. I'm not going to boil any water. I didn't bring out any, but I want to show just how it works. And a lot of people might forget, you do need something to cook or boil with. Right? Some people have said on YouTube that these are only good for boiling water. Well, they do boil water very good. However, if I had some canned food or whatever, I could still cook it up inside here or in that small pot I bought from Walmart. So these are very useful, and for $5, you know, you can't go wrong. I bought 2 of them, plus I have a stainless steel cup. So I'm prepared. You know, if you're like me and some other people, you believe in redundancy, don't just get one, you might need 2. And the reason you might have 2 stoves is because if you're in a survival situation or simply camping, what if you want to cook 2 things? You want to cook your food and you want to boil water, right? And you only have 1 heater or cooker. That's why it's always good to have 2. Now I mentioned that typically the, sorry for that, Esbit burner, it's about $10. You know, you can probably buy 2. It's only $20 right there. You know, the fuel tabs are pretty reasonable, and I bought a lot. As I mentioned, prepare yourself for 2 weeks, so you're going to want to buy several boxes of the fuel tabs, all right? Not just 1. You can count on using at least 1 tab for every meal, and possibly 2. So having too much is better than not having too little. Now let's check on our chili mac. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, it's very hot. I can feel it reconstituting and very soft. Let's open it up. Oh, look at that. It even smells delicious. Just turn this around some more. Oh wow. It's got a lot of water in it. Maybe I added more than 3/4 of a cup, which I probably did, but that's okay. And you just don't have to eat it this like that. You know, there are some accessories like stored bread or some packaged rice. You know, and so you don't have to just eat the chili by itself. Okay. So right now, I've got 2 of my guests in my outdoor studio, lovely Emma and tough guy Tegan. So I want to see, I'm going to do a taste test and see which one of them would like to volunteer to try this. Who would like to volunteer, guys? Emma? Okay, Emma's going to try it. The spoon is clean. Okay. Let's get the camera out. Well, what does it taste like? The spices? Is it soft? Does it taste good?
It's good.
All right.
The meat is nice and chewy. It's good.
It's chewy? All right. Was there enough time for it to reconstitute? Is the macaroni soft enough? Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's take a closer look while Emma's eating it. Take out a spoon, Emma. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, how about you, big guy Tegan? You want to try some?
Sure.
I don't have an extra spoon if you want to use that.
It's okay. I'll use this.
All right. Okay, let's see how he likes it. Now is the taste test. I want honest opinions for the YouTube video viewers.
It's fun. It's like salsa with macaroni and cheese.
All right. Is it just as good as the can or better, or is it just like the restaurant or better?
It's better. It's pretty good.
Okay. Well, do I get a thumbs up on it, both of you? Thumbs up. Okay. We've shown you the whole package right here. All right. Let me repeat that. You would probably just carry that in your pocket all by itself, unless you were to make a container or some kind of material container for this to slip in. The set here has been demonstrated many times. I will probably try this again and demonstrate it and use it. This one does take up more room, but on the good side is it's very, very light. It weighs, I would have to tell you, it almost weighs nothing. You know? Okay. I love this little pocket torch. I would carry this with me for emergency purposes. You know, these cost little to nothing. I mean, 2 for $1. You can't beat that. Now, my experience with these Scripto-type lighters and facsimiles or imitations is that they're very good, they're very efficient, but you can't hold on to them forever because I've tried. I've had some of these in my storage for years, and after several years, the butane will start to leak out and dry out. And if you don't watch it, after a couple of years, you'll pull it out and it's empty. But you know, it's so cheap, so there's no harm in buying several. Now, you can only use this type of build here. The Bic lighters do not fit inside of these because it has to be flat. My experience with the Bic lighter is that the Bic lighters will last longer because they're made of hard, durable, sealed plastic, so they don't leak out. All right, but the Bic lighters are not adjustable. All right, so they're not the right size and shape for this. Also, again, for emergency lighting, you can't go wrong with the 3 candle. They sell the 1 candle, and there's also a mini candle, but for putting out a lot of illumination, I mean, I really like the 3 candle lantern. It was so efficient that after testing it, I went out and bought a second one. Well, thank you everybody for watching my YouTube video and seeing my taste test, and my 2 testers have given a thumbs up. All right. Stay tuned with me, and in the future we'll probably go ahead and test this one on the same thing. I will test another type of mountain dehydrated food, probably the Beef Strong Enough, and we'll have our taste testers back out here to give us their opinions. So once again, here it is. Lighter. Have a nice day, and if you are going to try the camping utensils and the food, bon appetit. Good night.